You can try downloading the image again if you don't know where it is. Just going to the same link I posted there. There we go. Yeah, just let me know when you're done with that.
Where do we download the car image?
The car image. The car image, I sent it in this chat right here. I'll send it again just in case, so you should be able to see it pop up right there. And then when you go to that right there, when you go to that link, you can, let me show you. Do it again here. To paste that in like that. And then once you click that link and go there, it'll show the car image, and then you just right click it like that, and you click Save Image As. And then it'll open up this file explorer, and then you can save it to like your desktop. You just click Save like that.
No, I don't see that.
You don't see what kind of computer you're using. Are you using a Windows computer or a Mac?
I'm using a Chrome.
You're using what?
Like a Chromebook.
Oh, Chromebook. Okay. It should still work. When you right click it, do you not see Save Image As? Do you?
Did you send it on Scratch or did you send it on this?
I sent it through Hangouts. Yeah. So if you go to the Hangouts, if you go to the Hangouts video call, you should see the link there. I can also, let me see, give it to you through here as well. Like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Jaden, Jaden, are you done with, do you have the car in your project right now? Or are you still controlling that?
The car is in.
The car's in? Okay, cool. Okay. 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 So I think everyone has it in then, right? Oh,
No, it's still not working on mine.
huh. Okay, so when you go to the link, are you able to go to the link?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, and then when you right click it, what happens? When you
I
right
did
click
everything. I did everything you said, but when I tried putting it Scratch, it doesn't do it. It doesn't appear.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so just try reloading just try reloading the Scratch project, and then try doing it again, because
No,
that happens
it's not.
sometimes.
We'll just start, but it says start over to reload it and then do it again, the whole process again to see if it works.
No, look, it's not in here when I go to Scratch. I go to where it's saved at and it's not there.
Huh. Okay.
This is a project that you did already?
No, I'm just doing what we just started.
All right, I actually have a better idea. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share this project, and then you can remix the project, and then the car image will come with it. Okay, so let me just go this car game,
Let me get to you guys.
and then I'm sharing the project, and then I'm gonna post that link here. And if it doesn't work for you right now, just go to that Scratch project link. Only if it's not working for you. If it's working and you have the car in, that's fine. But if you don't, just go to that Scratch project link. And then once you go there, you should be able to click see inside. Or remix. If you have an account, you can click remix. And then once you click remix, it should put the project on your account, and then you should have the car image inside as well.
Now the car thing's working.
It's working?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right.
That's what the project you
So it means everyone should have a car now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Just before I move on, just let me know, does anyone not have a car?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, cool. So I think we can move on then here. Okay. So now that we have our car, we want to make him drive around. And to do that, we're gonna use the inputs in sensing. We're gonna use the same inputs we used last time here. This key space pressed, but first, let's start off our script with a when green flag clicked from the events tab right here. Right there from the events tab. And then after that, we're gonna put a forever block. And then inside that, an if statement, this if then block right here. We're gonna put that inside like that. And then after we do that, go to sensing, light blue tab, and then go to key space pressed, grab a key space pressed block and put it inside there. And then change space to up arrow. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to change this move 10 steps. I'm going to grab a move 10 steps block from the motion tab and then put it inside the up arrow if statement like that. Now when I click the green flag, now when I press the up arrow, the car will move forward. Just like that. Yeah. So just let me know when you're done with that step. Yeah, so when you're done with that step, just let me know. So you guys done with this step yet?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm going to right click. I'm going to right click this block, this if statement, and I'm going to put it under like that. So I'm gonna right click to duplicate and click duplicate and then put it under that if statement like that. And then I'm gonna change the up arrow to down arrow, and then I'm gonna change 10 to -10, like that. So now it'll move 10 steps forward when the up arrow is pressed, and then 10 steps backwards when the down arrow is pressed. So now you're able to move it back and forth like that. We still need to add turning. Like this. Yeah, and then once you guys are done with that step, just let me know. Okay, you guys done with that step? Okay, cool. Okay, so now I want you to right click the top if statement again and then do a duplicate and then put it under that down arrow right here. So now it should look like this, and then change 1 to right arrow and then change 1 to left arrow. So now you should have up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, and right arrow. And then after that you want to take out those 2 blocks. And then you want to add this turn left. You can see this one's pointing to the left, 15 degrees, and then one that does turn right, 15 degrees. So this one's pointing to the right. Now when you have that, you should be able to drive your car around the screen like this. It's insane handling though. There we go. Just like that. Now maybe this turning is a little too tight. So I'm going to make, instead of 15, I'm going to do 10 degrees and 10 degrees, like that. So now I'm going to click the green flag. Yeah, his turns are a little wider, like that. So once you're done with this step, just let me know.
Upstairs.
Alright, so you guys done with this step?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually draw the track that the car should be on. So to do that, I'm gonna click stage. I'm gonna go to stage, and I'm gonna choose a backdrop down here. Or just choose that. I'm gonna move my mouse up and then click paint. So we're gonna paint our own backdrop. And then the first thing we're gonna do is press convert to bitmap, like that. And then I'm gonna use this fill tool, and I'm gonna change the background color to something green. I'd recommend doing something green as well. So make sure to make it something that's green. Because, well, I'm making green as in grass, so that when the car drives over grass, it makes it slower. So maybe a little less saturation, like that. Okay, and I'm gonna fill using this fill tool, the little bucket. And then I'm going to use this paintbrush tool. And then I'm going to up it up to its maximum value, like this. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm going to change the color to something that's like street color, like that. Okay. So now you can actually draw your track. So first thing you want to set it to 100, and then you want to set your fill to gray, and then you can start drawing your track. So I'm gonna go here, then go up, then go here, then go down, then curve like this, and then do sharp curves like that, and then back around like that. So it's gonna be my racetrack. And yours, you can do whatever you want for yours. Just make sure it's a loop, like this. So now we have a little bit of a racetrack, like this. It's a bit hard to control inside though. So I'm gonna make the car, actually you could probably make it smaller. And then set its speed to slower, like this. Like that. Okay. So I'm just changing the values of the car, just changing them around to see what fits the best. I think 5 is still a little too fast. And I'll put like 7 for the turning speed, and then maybe 3 for the speed of the car. Let's see. Yeah, it's a bit better. Like that. Maybe faster. Yeah, 4. Okay, but once you're done with the step of drawing the racetrack, just let me know. You can let me know in the chat, or you can just say it out loud. Okay, and then try full screen. Like that. There we go. Okay. Alright, so you guys finished with this step of drawing the racetrack? Or do you guys need a little help somewhere? So once you're done with this step, just let me know. Jaden, are you done with this step? Let's see. Huh. So you guys done with this step yet? Where we're adding the racetrack. Your mic is unmuted, but I can't hear you. So once you're done with that step, just say it in chat. Because I don't think your microphone is working or something. Yeah. If you need any help, just let me know. Okay. Hey Chase, we actually started at 10 o'clock today. So yeah, I know usually we start at 10:30, but for today we started at 10, but it's fine. All we did today was we did some introductions because we had some new people. So the first part of the course was just introduction to Scratch, but now we're getting into the actual project part. So just give me a 1 if you understand in the Hangouts chat. Cool. Okay. Right. So I'm gonna give you this project link. Chase, do you have an account for Scratch or no? You have an account? Cool. Okay. So I want you to remix this project. So just go to that project, and then I want you to remix it so then we can be on the same page. And then once you've remixed it and you're in like the project page, in this editor, just give me a 1 so we can move on. Got it. Cool, cool. Okay. So once you're on this page, you should, when you click green flag, you should be able to like move around with the car, and then you can like turn and everything. But now our current goal is to make it so that when you go over like green, it makes you slower because the green is like grass, so you should stay on course like that. So to do this, we're going to go to the control tab, the orange control tab, and then we're going to drag an if statement right here, like that. And then we're going to get this touching color block, touching color. We're going to drag it and put it right under there, under that if key left arrow is pressed, or under all these movement ones. And then we're going to change this color by clicking it, and then clicking this this color pick right here, clicking that, and then it'll like blank out everything else, and then you can choose a color on the canvas here. So I'm going to just choose the green like that, and then it'll turn green like this. And now whenever the car touches green, whatever's inside here will change. So what we need to do now though is I'm going to go to variables, and then inside variables I'm going to click make a variable and call it speed. And then once I do that, I'm going to drag that speed block, the speed block right here, the speed reporter block. I'm going to put it right over that 4, or whatever your move 10 steps is right here, whatever your speed is. And then I'm going to set my variable right here. I'm going to put it in between the forever and the when green flag clicked. And then I'm going to open up speed right here. Open up this chooser right here. And I'm going to change my variable to speed. And I'm going to say from 0 instead put 4, like that. And then I'm going to go to operators, grab this minus operator, and I'm going to drag it and then put it inside that -4. I'm going to change the first slot to 0. I'm going to go back to variables and then drag in the second speed variable. Okay, and then I know that was a lot, but once you're done with that, just let me know. Just put the 1 in chat if you understand and you're already at this point. Cool. And then, let's see. Let's wait for one more person. Cool. All right. So yeah, once you're at this point, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag this touching color block out. I'm gonna drag this out, and then I'm gonna go to control. And then instead of like dragging in an if statement, I'm going to drag in an if-else statement because that's what we need. And then I'm going to drag that touching color back in. So we're going to change that if-then statement to an if-then-else statement. And then inside that, I'm going to go to variables. I'm going to set my variable to 0, but I'm going to change my variable I'm going to set it to speed, and I'm going to set my speed to 2, which is half of the speed when we're touching green. And then if we're not touching green, so if else, the speed, I'm going to go back to speed variable. I'm going to change my variable to speed, and then I'm going to change that 0 to a 4. So it'll restore its speed. So we have, it'll set it to 2 when it's touching grass, it'll set it back to 4 when it's not. So now when I click the green flag, I can move around. When I touch grass, you can see I go a little bit slower. Like that. So you can see I go slow when I go in the grass now. Like that. Maybe I should make it more penalizing. Like a 1. Speed of 1 instead. See, yeah, it stops you and makes you way slower now. But yeah, once you're done with that step, just put a 1 in the chat. Cool. Okay. We got 1, 1. Yeah, just when you're done with that, just put a 1 in the chat. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create it so that, actually I'm going to hide this speed variable too. So yeah, just hide the speed variable right here by just clicking speed, unchecking it like that, because we don't really want the player to see that. And then also we're going to add a checkered sprite right here. That'll be like the starting line. And then once the car passes that starting line, it'll start a timer. And then until it touches it again, then it'll count their speed and it'll like give them a time. So to do this, I'm gonna create a new sprite. So I'm gonna do choose a sprite, but I'm gonna do paint instead. Like that. And then that'll bring you to the editor. I'm gonna zoom in on the editor a little bit. Like that using the zoom. Okay. So let me just do this little. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to, I guess, create, zoom up a little. There we go. So yeah, so in this fill, I'm going to change the fill to white, like that. And then I'm going to leave the outline like that. Actually, I'm instead going to change the fill to nothing. So you can actually change the fill to completely transparent by clicking this like orange line right here. And that'll make it transparent. So now it's only going to make a box with an outline. It's going to be a black outline. So now I'm going to click and drag and make a rectangle like this. And now I'm going to drag it over so that it's centered like that. I'm going to zoom out a little, like that. I want to see how that looks in the editor. Okay, it's a bit big, but we'll resize it using the size later. Okay. So now that we have that, this part's going to be a little time consuming, but what we're going to do is, let me see. Okay, so I'm going to set my outline to be nothing, like that. Oh wait, no, not yet actually. Okay, so your outline should still be 4, like that. But you want to deselect the rectangle by clicking off it. Make sure it's not blue. So it shouldn't look like this. It shouldn't be selected like this. Make sure it's not. Make sure it's just black and not selected. And then what we're going to do, then after that, go to the rectangle right here, the rectangle tool, and then go to fill, and then change the color to white. Change it to white, like that. Let me see. To white like that, and then change its outline to nothing. And then now I can draw rectangles. So I want to basically draw a bunch of squares. I'm going to draw a bunch of squares like this. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just have to have the squares like this, like in a checkered pattern. I'm just going to keep doing this and going down. That. And then like this. And then like this. And then one more at the end like that. Okay, and then after you do that, you want to do the same thing but for black. So I'm going to click fill again, and then change the brightness to 0 like that. Oh, it did it again. Yeah, so you want to make sure this isn't selected, because when it's selected and you try to change the fill color, it'll change the actual fill color if you do that. So we want that last square to still be white, so you want to click off of it, and then you want to change the color to black. And now I can do the same thing I did for white, but just alternated. Like this. So this, and then this, and this. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Something like this just gets the job done. This, and then like this, and like this, and like this, and then one more like that. Okay. And so once you're done with that, just let me know. Just put 1. It's gonna take a while, but once you're done with that, just let me know. Just put a 1 in the chat. There we go. Alright, and 1, I think. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so we got 1. So one person's done. Okay. And Jaden, are you done? Alright, I'll give you a little bit more time. Okay. Okay. I think we're all good. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Right. So now if your checkered flag is like, or your checkered line is too big, we're gonna resize it right now. So I think I can resize it to like 60% of its size, and then I'm going to put it like somewhere on the track. So yeah, I'm gonna put mine right there, like that. Just make sure it's like somewhere on the track aligned with it, like that. And then I'm gonna rename it finish line, like that. Okay. And so now with the finish line, I'm gonna drag the car. I'm gonna drag the car right here. So I'm gonna drag the car right in front of the finish line, like right there, or behind it, like that. And then I'm going to go to motion. And then I'm gonna grab this go to block right here, called go to, and I'm gonna put it right there. And its X and Y should already be where it's at right now, so that's fine. And then I'm gonna use point and direction block because we also need to reset its direction. So I'm gonna put it there too. And now I'm gonna change the 90 degrees to negative 90 degrees, like that. So you can actually click and drag this and move it around like a clock. And we want it to do negative 90 degrees, like that. Okay, and now when I click go, it should reset the position and the direction of the car. Let me see, yeah, just like that. So then when I click the green flag again, it resets the position of the car. Okay, cool. All right. So now that we have that, now we need to make the finish line actually work. Okay. So I'm going to go to events, then grab a when green flag clicked block. Then I'm going to go to control, the orange tab. Then I'm going to drag in this forever block, like that. And then I'm going to grab an if statement like this, just like that. And then I'm going to grab a, touching. We're gonna grab this touching block in sensing, the light blue tab, sensing. I'm gonna get the touch mouse pointer, but I'm gonna change mouse pointer to car, like that. And then after that, in sensing still, if you scroll down a little, it should say something like reset timer, like this. So I'm gonna say reset timer, I'm gonna drag that reset timer block, and then right above that, you should see the timer reporter block right here. And if you uncheck that, you can see that there's a timer going on right here. So the timer is constantly going. And then when you use the reset timer block right here, it resets the timer like that. So we want to leave that in there. So after the finish line is touching the car, we want to reset the timer. And then after we reset the timer, we want to wait until we're not touching the car. So I'm going to go to control, and then I'm going to grab a wait until block and put it right under the reset timer. And then I'm going to go to operators, and then in operators I'm going to grab this not block, this not boolean block, and I'm going to put it inside there, inside that wait until, like that. And then I'm going to duplicate the touching car block right here inside the if statement. I'm going to put it inside there, like that. So yeah, after you're done with that, just put the 1 in the chat so I know you're at this point. So once you're done with that, just put the 1 in the chat. So I know that you're at this point. You should have this piece of code right here inside your finish line. And then inside your car code, this piece of code that resets the position of your car. So once you have that, just let me know by putting a 1 in the chat. And go back to the finish line code right here. And if you're having trouble with any parts of it, just let me know. If you're not, that's great. Cool, okay, we got 1-1. Yeah, just as a reminder, just put a 1 in the chat after you're done and you're at this point. Just put a 1 in the chat after you're done with this point. I mean, after you're done, if you're at this point, just put the 1 in the chat. Okay, cool. All right. So, now that we reset the timer every time the car is touching it, and then we wait until it's not touching the car. After that, after we wait until it's not touching the car, after it's not touching it, we're gonna put it right under it. I'm gonna duplicate that wait until, and then put it right under it like that. And I'm gonna take off the touching car. I'm gonna leave it there though. And I'm gonna throw away the not block. I'm going to throw it away, and then I'm going to drag in this touching car block, like that. Okay, and then after I do that, then I'm going to go to looks, and then I'm going to use this say hello block. I'm going to put it right there, like that. And then inside the say hello, I'm going to go to operators, and let's see, I'm going to go to operators, and I'm going to use this plus sign like that, and then inside the first slot, I'm going to say, let's see, maybe I'm using the wrong block here. Yeah, I'm using the wrong block, not the plus sign, the join sign, this join block. So near the bottom, you might have to scroll down to see it. You can see there's a block called join. Now I'm going to change Apple. I'm going to change that to your time was, and then I'm going to put a colon and the space like this. Yeah. And then where banana is, I'm going to go to sensing, and I'm going to drag in the timer reporter block right here. So you can find this timer block in sensing. Like that. Okay. So now when I press the green flag, we go through. So you see the timer just got reset down there. Now I go through the track. There we go. Like that. They go around, and then I touch it, and it says my time, just like that. So it says my time was 14 seconds. And you can just keep going through it again, just like this. And then it'll give you your time again. And then now it says my time was 18 seconds, just like that. So that's the base of our racing game. You feel free to add more to it, but that's basically the base of our game. All right. So that's basically the project section of our course. This is our game, but since this is the last session of the week, I want to give you guys some resources to keep learning this on Scratch. So, first of which is these tutorials right here. If you haven't gone through them yet, you should. They have a few of these up here, a few of these tutorials that you can use. Yeah, so those are some interactive tutorials on Scratch. I also have sessions that I record too on YouTube. Let me see. Let me pull up on my YouTube channel. I also post. I have like 3 episodes out right now of a coding show where I teach kids how to code in Scratch, and then you can look at those too. And those will go a little bit. They're a bit longer videos, but they'll go more in depth into the fundamentals of Scratch. So you should check those out too. Let me see here. And then on top of that, I'm going to actually show you the other thing. Let me see what happens to that. Yeah, okay, so Hangouts crash. Okay, I think I cut out a bit there. Let me see. Yeah, I kind of cut out there. Okay. But I was talking about the different resources. So also on the Scratch homepage, if you go to the Scratch homepage, you can actually see at the top.
Hello?
You can see at the top right here.
Hello? Excuse me?
Yeah, hello?
I tried sharing the project, it didn't work.
What happened? What did it say when you tried to do it?
The share button wasn't there. I looked for it, still not there.
Okay, so you're trying to share the racing game?
Yes.
Okay, so you can share your screen too. Yeah, so you can share your screen. So if you go to the Hangouts call and then click the 3 dots in the corner, in the top right corner, you'll see 3 dots. You can click that and then it should say screen share. And then that'll share your screen and then I can see. And I want you to go to the project page so I can see that.
Okay.
And then
The screen share is not working.
what do you mean it's not working? If you click the 3 dots and then it should say screen share.
Yeah. Yes, and I clicked that, and when I clicked it, there's a share button, but it's gray, and I can't click it.
Okay, so when you see that share button, you should click screen 1. It should say something like that's a screen 1. And then you click that, and then you should be able to click the share button. Yeah, so you click screen share, and then you can click like screen 1, and then it should pop up as a blue button.
Still not working.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, so are you logged into Scratch?
Yes.
Okay. And then when you try to go to the project file, it doesn't work. I mean, the project page, it doesn't work. You try to share.
No, I get to the project page, and there's no share button on the top.
Okay. Is there a remix button? Is there a button called remix?
No, they don't. Commenting, see inside.
Okay. So I think, yeah, okay, click see inside. And then, let's see.
There's no share button by the tutorial or the C project page.
Okay. I think I might know the problem. Okay. So if you see my screen, you want to go see inside, and then you want to click file, and then you want to click save to your computer, like that. Then you want to click save to your computer.
Yes.
Yeah. And then after you do that, you want to click the folder right here. This folder right here. Right next to your, where it says you're logged in, it should have your username in that corner. And after you do that, you want to click new project right here. You want to go to a new project. Then that'll bring you to the editor. And then after you go into the editor, you can click file, and then load from your computer, like that. And then when you click load from your computer, it should open up that file explorer. It'll open up that file explorer, and it should be in your downloads folder. If you just clicked save to your computer, it should just be in your downloads folder. So if you click downloads, you should see it in there. I can see mine's right here, like that. So you should see it's a .sb3 file. And then you should be able to load that in. And then let me know when you do that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And then right here I can show you. Okay, so this is about the Corbin's Code. I have a little series right here. There's only 3 episodes out right now, but they go in a little bit more in depth into the fundamentals of Scratch. So I'd recommend that you watch them. I'm gonna post the link to maybe not this one. Okay, I'll just post the link to my YouTube channel. But there are 3 videos on there right now that you can go to. So you can look at those in your own time. But yeah, there's just 3 episodes there that you can watch, and then they just walk you through how to make a certain game. So yeah. And then that's about it. There's also another one. There's also another resource that I like for discussions.
Okay, I'm there.
Okay, you there? Cool. Did you load in? Did loading in the file work?
No, I still don't see it.
So you go to File and then Load from your computer.
Yes. No, I don't see the share button.
So you went to load it from your computer. Oh wait, so is the file there? Is the file actually there?
Yes.
So
I'm
did
fire right now.
and does it actually show the car game here? Like everything?
Yes. Just
Okay.
select the share button.
No share button? Okay. In the top right corner, what does it say? All the way in the top right corner. All the way in the top right corner. It should say your username, right? Does it say your username?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Huh. Okay, and then in the middle of the page, like all the way at the top in the middle, there should be a share button right next to See Project Page. But you don't see that?
No.
Oh, I see the problem. I think I know the problem. So to be able to share projects in Scratch, you have to have a verified email, but I don't think you do. Yeah, I think that's a problem. So what email did you use? Did you use like a...
I used my school email.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you want to go to your school email and then you should be able to like search in your inbox for an email from Scratch. And I think they might have sent you an email and then you can verify through there.
Okay.
But yeah, just check your email. Okay, but that's about it for today's class. So thanks for coming. I hope you had fun. That's going to be the end of the week, so I won't be doing this next week. But I might be doing it the week after that. Right. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for coming to class. I hope you guys had fun during the whole thing. And I hope you start learning more and more coding as you go on.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. So that's about it for me. Hope you enjoyed these this week of classes. Hope you keep coding more and more. Yeah. So if you have any final questions for me, I can answer them for you now. If not, thanks for coming. So, yeah. Okay. Well, if there's no questions for me, I'm going to head off now. So thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you. All right. Goodbye, everyone.